Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. Well, coming at you, thoughts of the day. I'm out with the cats. I just thought I'd make a video. There's a lot of weird things going on in my life right now that I haven't really been sharing, but I'm going to share right now. Last week, I've been a dissenting voice in terms of this reaction to the alleged virus that's supposedly sweeping our land, yet I know two people on the road. They've gone all over the place, and there's no evidence of this, but, that's beside the point. We can just pretend like there is one. It's the reaction to it, to which I've always objected. If you look at the real numbers and all that jazz. The bottom line is I've been putting accurate information in my column since April about this and giving people, maybe even March, giving people without a voice, like in terms of doctors and scientists that are being shunned by the PIC, the Pharmaceutical Industrial Complex, giving them a voice in this little paper. Well, evidently, I'm not to do that any longer. I am to return, ladies and gentlemen, to more happy things like canning season and mother and camping and cats and all that stuff. And we can just, so the whole paper then could be dedicated to who's wearing a mask, who isn't, the Nazi situation. I mean, it looks like a little Nazi publication. You wouldn't believe the stipulations for the kids going back to school. It's unreal. I mean, I've actually been in tears. I'm not just saying that this morning when I looked at the paper after spying on my boss who drove up in a mask, but that's beside the point. I'm not even sure if he's my boss anymore, but what happened was I told him I respectfully requested that I'm not going to do a column this week. And you would never even know that I had ever written one in the paper. There's, no header, nothing, just page 3 just continues with a mask scenario from the school district and how they're going to have these kids terrified. Kids are going to be terrified of other people, of, I can't even begin to say. I mean, I think a thinking person can just stop for a minute, but those who don't think will just accuse me of being some pseudo-scientific weirdo because they don't look beyond anything the mainstream is pushing. And you know what? I don't even care at this point. I don't know what direction my video series is going or any of that either. Life's up in the air right now, ladies and gentlemen, for me, because I've been at that damn paper 16 years and everybody's going along with it. There are no dissenting voices, none whatsoever, that I've seen in the state even. I don't know, I could be wrong. I mean, a couple of sound offs to the Tribune might have mentioned something. That's a little area where you can write in a couple of things. I might go in the shade here, hold on. So yeah, that's what's happening here, and I'm not comfortable strictly being the salesperson in order, and I've been a realist about this from the start. If you remember, I said it's not gonna, they're gonna declare a second thing and close people down again, and as it is, businesses are struggling to live up to these ridiculous stipulations, mandates, whatever you want to call them, that aren't laws, were not passed by any legislative body. But that doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. What the state says, we do now. Okay, you will do it and you will obey. That's it. So I'm really anxious to see how many people go along with this for how long when they are mandating other things. So, at any rate, let me get my thoughts together. I'm a little bit upset right now. It's hard for me to think, and it's hard for me to think on a regular day, let alone right now. Yes, fueling the machine of a publication that really seems like something out of Nazi Germany, from what I've been told about Nazi Germany anyway. Yeah, it's unreal. I don't have the moral compass to live that way. So I will be working with Joel, which I love so much. And yeah, that was sarcasm. It's not that, I just don't like to paint, but what the hell am I going to do? At least I got a job. So that's where I am right now, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure what's going to go on with the channel. Not sure what's going to go on with my life. Fairly sure what's going to go on with the paper, but I need to figure out how to handle that entirely and just get it done. Because without a dissenting voice in the paper, like I said, I'm just not cozy. And people do get with me privately, but, people are afraid to speak out, business owners and whatnot, because, the state can just take that license away if they disagree or whatever. Yeah. Yes, land of the free and the home of the brave. Give me an effing break. Such bullshit. I've never seen anything like it. I really haven't. I've never even read anything like it in terms of this, everybody just obeying and there's no dissenting voices and all that jazz. It's just crazy. So anyhow, people have gotten with me privately and have said, hey, they're with me and they understand what I'm saying. They agree with me. Like the UPS guy, he came by in April or something, and I gave him my term paper column paper, the paper that had the term paper column in it, in which the term paper column was located. And then he brought it something else the other day, and I gave him my most recent, which would have been the sarcastic column that I wrote about all these things you have to do in order to prevent the thing. And he had told me at that point that he was totally on board with me with the first one that he read. So, and people will telephone me and whatnot. So we'll see if I get any kind of reaction out of, you just turn to page 3 and it's like I never existed, period. There is a girl in there, a woman, who is a Christian, and she has a little column down in Amish country, or not a little column, but, well, yeah, the Atlantic area, I think it's called. I emailed her because she's wondering why Christians are going along with some of this and reminding them that they answer to an authority other than the state. So I thought that was good of her, at least that's in there. I don't know. I don't understand why anyone who, claims to be a Christian actually would be following any of this, because it's, really bad news as far as that goes. But they are because of the fear of the state. I don't think people are even that afraid of the thing. They certainly shouldn't be if they look at the numbers and the shenanigans in terms of testing and how this whole thing rolled out. There's really should be no fear of catching this. But doesn't matter. They're going to just, I've seen people interview others that they're just wearing the mask because, we were told to. Yeah. If you're told to throw yourself down in the town square and gnaw on your toenail, would you? Yeah, I bet you would. All right, well, I'm going to go. Here's Bernadette. I'll show you something uplifting here, I guess. I don't even know if it's in the frame. So I'm over and out lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others. Drop your political identities. God, please. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. Remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. And also, when you research before you judge, look into actual legitimate doctors and scientists around the world who have spoken out against this from the start. Even retired Dr. Vernon Coleman across the pond. You don't have to agree with everything he says on other topics. You got to take what resonates and leave the rest. And right now, this is the most important issue of our day. What's unfolding right now is setting the tone. Or you can just look at the World Economic Forum and see what they have in store for us. Not a conspiracy, out in the open. Bye-bye.